morning, everyone. Well, it's morning where I'm at, and it's early. It's 6:54 a.m. and I've been driving for about an hour now. I'm on my way to Canfield, Ohio. I'm going to the Canfield, Ohio swap meet, but while I'm there, I'm also picking something else up. So I'll show you in a little while when we get there what I'm getting. And I've kind of made a direction on what I'm doing with the GTO. So I know what I'm going to do. Video might be a little shaky because the road sucks. Maybe I'll end up re-recording this, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to Ohio. It's like 3.5 hours away from where I'm at. And yeah, kind of made, like I said, I made a decision on what I'm going to do with the GTO. Anyway, we're going to go to the swap meet, see if we can find some goodies. And then we're going to stop at Summit Racing on the way back and check out the scratch and dent area. See if they have anything maybe I need. All right, guys, so I have to show you, but I got the frame for the GTO, a new frame. Forgot to film that, but I wanted to get over to the swap meet because I've never been to Canfield Ohio swap meet. And if you notice behind me, guys, these fields are all freaking muddy. So I parked way over here. Yeah, way over here, up on the hill, right near the pavement, so I cannot be stuck. So anyway, let's go inside and let's see what they got. There's a huge crowd of vehicles here, so looks like there's a lot of people and a lot of vendors. So we're gonna run through this for a couple hours, see if there's any goodies, stop at Summit Racing on the way back, and head for home. So guys, here's what I bought. This is a frame from a 1967 Buick Skylark. So it is basically the exact same frame as the GTO. You know, she may look rough, but you know, she's actually pretty solid. You know, there's the typical spots, you know, here where we'll need to weld those huge washers on, you know, for the body mounts. I took a hammer and beat on it, guys. The owner had no problems at all with me beating on this thing. And there's only like one spot right here that I could find. You know, that's got a small crack in it, so we'll have to fix that. And then there was like one little small weld like right in this area here. Other than that, guys, this thing was, you know, you can see this mount, I'll have to remake this one or buy a mount. I'm not going to try to weld, you know, that up. So we'll go over more plans here in a little bit. As you saw earlier, right, car is a posi unit with the 433 gear. Well, guess what? It's going in this rear end. So I'll give you an idea of what I'm planning on. You know, overall, like I said, the frame, you know, has got a lot of surface on it. She probably got some pitting, you know, but we're going to clean it up real good. And yeah, so I paid $700 for the entire frame. The good thing is, you know, the frame I have has all new suspension parts, so I'm going to swap out the suspension parts between this car and the other car. So the idea is I'm going to go through and thoroughly just clean this whole thing. You know, I plan on boxing it in to reinforce the whole, you know, the sides. I plan on, we'll see what I'm going to do with the control arms. I'm going to take a much closer look at them. If they are in pretty good shape, I'll replace the bushings in them and I'll box them. You know, we'll box them up for strength. We'll box this back here, you know, again, for strength. We'll also do, you know, I'm going to make my own kit, but we'll kind of do the sidebars, and then I'll make, you know, transmission cross member. But anyway, guys, this is what I purchased for $700, a complete frame assembly. So when I get home, we'll talk a little bit more about what I'm going to do to the body shell, you know, so we can put this whole thing together. So yeah, that's what I came to Canfield, Ohio for. So we're gonna get inside, guys, and you can see, well, it looks like the track's a little muddy. So we'll walk through and see what kind of stuff we can find. Looks like this pretty good swap meet. Well, anyway, we'll find out.
The daughter of the old guy that had 87. Oh my God! What are you doing out here?
Bunch of Pennsylvania license plates. 5147, that's pretty cool. 1929.
I'll take him to the Rat Rock show.
Bunch of more plates. So I'm going to walk the outside of the track and then we'll walk through the inside of the track and see what the inside's got. I'm not sure if there's more on the other side of the grandstand. Oh, cool old mini bike. Cool mini bike. So there is a whole lot. So there is a whole lot more on the other side of the grandstand. So now we're in the paved area of everything. So this is a nice big swap meet. If you're ever near Canfield, Ohio, I would definitely take the time to look it up so far. Alright guys, just to give you an idea, looks like it goes way down there. See, it goes way down there. Now I was just down here. It's starting to rain again, which sucks. So we'll run through this and see if we can find anything. Good thing I got a clean jacket. You know, I can put on some at least a dry jacket. My feet, well, they're getting soaked. Well, I found a set of, you know, front plastics, the for the GTO, you know, to go with the mesh grill inserts going to for my 67. I've got the mesh inserts. My plastics are destroyed. So the guy had some beat up plastics, the 67 mesh, and they were wanted $450 and I wasn't paying that. So keep looking. Guys got a lot of motorcycle bikes. I used to have one of something like that back when I was a kid. What do we got here? Sorry. Yeah, you're fine. I need to pay attention to both sides here.
You know what?
As I run up and down here, see what we can find. Guys, here's a bunch of old school stuff.
A lot of those sit for the roasters or whatever.
Except for the transmissions. That's cool. Anybody need a beer keg? Oh, and the rain's picking up. Guys, I'm not even sure if I'm halfway through yet. I got over here.
Yep.
Here's some more stuff. Oil cans, Ford. Check out the old Monroe station. Some of the old rides. Anybody need part of a turtle deck? Guys, the rain let up again, but you can see. People are trying to leave and they're slipping over in the fields. So yeah. It's a mess. Some people are, I think some of the vendors are saying screw it and packing up. You know, they don't want to deal with it for the rest of today or maybe even tomorrow. It's supposed to rain even tomorrow. You guys need paint supplies? Looks like there's a paint supply vendor here selling all kinds of stuff. So, they even looks like they're selling flake. So you can add some flake to your car if you want. Here you go, some old Honda mini bikes. That's pretty cool. Now, see this once, but I didn't have the little flowers on the back of mine, but I had the big sissy bar and everything like that. So that's the OH one like I used to have. Here you guys go. Here's some red pink inspired artwork. Lunch boxes, wheel caps, mannequins, welding masks, valve covers.
So then I found like a set of like, you know, Paula Black and white. So I'm like, oh, this would be really good concert. I went right.
So guys, that's what I purchased today was that frame here in Canfield, Ohio, and it just happened to coincide with the swap meet. I didn't actually buy anything today but some kettle corn for my wife because she puts up a lot, you know, letting me do this stuff. Whoops, I'm trying to get the truck. Let me do this stuff. So you know what, least I can do is take her a bag of kettle corn, you know, for making the trip over here. So I got her the big bag for 10 bucks. So she got plenty of kettle corn, and it came right out of the thing, you know, so it was nice and hot. So anyway, guys, now that you got a little idea, you know, about a frame, now let's go home. All right, I'm gonna stop at Summit Racing. Let's go through the scratch and dent and see what's there. I still haven't made my mind up on a powertrain yet. You know what I'm going to do with the body. I kind of know what I'm going to do with the body, and I'll explain a lot of that when we get back, and I'll kind of walk you through what's going to happen, and then we'll start banging on it, start stripping the frame, start going through it, cleaning it, welding it up, getting it reinforced, you know, get springs and blah 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 blah. So that'll be probably the first couple of videos, is doing a lot of frame stuff, and then we'll drop the body on it, bolt it down, and figure out what we're going to do, go from there, kind of put a game plan together. There we are, guys, Summit Racing. So let's see if we can find any goodies here. guys, here's the scratch and dent area. You see it starts there, bunch of carts. A little outside my budget. Intake, see a little bit of everything here, steering columns. Thought I found a couple things, but they do not fit my car. Thought I found a couple of 8.2 rebuild kits for 50 bucks, but they don't fit. Thought I found like a brake setup that didn't fit, like a rear disc brake. Does not fit my model. So there was several things that I almost got, but wasn't able to get. So if you're ever near Summit, they have a scratch and dent area and you can check it out. And to wrap up the day, guys, had to stop at Harbor Freight to get a few supplies. You'll understand why here soon when I explain, I guess, where I'm headed. So with that, I am now only about 30 minutes from home. It is 7:20, so I left at 6 a.m. Looks like I'll get home about 8 p.m. today. So what all did we do? We stopped, we got a frame. We went to a swap meet for several hours, got soaking wet. And my feet are still wet. Stopped at Summit. You know, got excited because I thought I was gonna be able to get a couple things. And then they didn't fit. And then stopped at Harbor Freight. Now I'm going home. So yeah, been a long day. Well, guys, we had to, you notice the front suspension, right, is basically sitting on the ground because with the, you know, the ladder bar suspension, it was so much lower in the back that we couldn't fit this one underneath, you know, the boards. So that the other frame is sitting in the other garage, and my wife has given me 1 month to basically sell that other frame so that we, you know, she can have her garage back, I should say, while I work on this, getting it all cleaned up so it can be painted, fixed up, you know, reinforced. You know, it's gonna definitely take me a little while to get this frame ready. I won't say all summer, but it's gonna take me a couple months, and then we can drop the body on and start, you know, working on the body, get it back to where it needs to be. So it'll be a vinyl top car. I already know that, just because, you know, what I'm going to be going through. I'm going to put a vinyl top back on it. We'll put a headliner in it. You know, we'll put all the trim panels in it. It's going to be a nice car. I'm going to try to salvage the front, you know, all the trim panels. You know, we'll dye them. We'll dye the seats. We'll make this a darn nice GTO. Something that can be driven and have a good time in. That is the direction we're headed, guys. Follow along for all the sheet metal work that I'm about to endure and go through, and all the framework that I'm going to go through. I'm making my own boxing stuff. I'm going to make my own reinforcements, you know, and we're going to learn from this experience and have a good time. So it's not, like I said, a restoration by any means. It's not going to be, you know, I'll put new headliner in, new carpet. I'm going to try to patch the seats up, just use the seats as they are. Fix the back seat, find a seat frame somewhere and make it work. You know, we'll put the dash together nice. We'll use what I got. I'll paint it, you know, make it look pretty. I'm not going to go buy it and spend a lot of money. This is going to be just a fun build, guys. A fun car just to drive and have a good time in. And I think I can build this car pretty inexpensive. And I'm talking like 10 grand or less, and have a fun, good time.